Shalom and good day all. This is Tehillim29 back again for another lot of indie comic reviews. And in these indie comic reviews, I'll be covering something through Distillery, which is called Endeavour. And this is the story that's actually set sort of like around Australia / maybe Australian horror. The next one after a review after that will be issue 30 of Rogue Sun. I'll now get things ready and organised for the first one that I'll be reviewing. So, first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? Sure enough it does, to which I give it a 7 out of 10. But before I do start to move into the area of the internal art, I would actually like to show the other side of this particular issue. To which we've got like the main character that we see at the front, but also someone else who you'll get to see soon in the cast. So now it's time to move into the area of the internal art as we have a look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end, and also what is happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we begin in Sydney, Australia, as we have like some family members preparing to go on a trip. Of course, on the Endeavour, which is also connected to some of Australia's history. As we start to move a little bit further within the story, we have one of the characters, or some of the characters, or one of the characters interacting with another. And of course, with these time of events, there's also something else that starts to take place, which we don't quite expect. We also get to see some of the interactions with their family and also some of the conflicts that are already happening on board the ship until the beginning of the horror side begins. Until last but not least, towards the end of the story, and also meeting or also seeing the rest of the characters that will be used in this story. So for the internal art, I give it a 7 out of 10. Next is the area of the story, or the story rating. The story rating consisting of time, location, and cast. So first things first, what do we get time-wise? First, of course, we get days 1 to 4 in the story, as well as a few years ago being used, as well as 5 months ago being used. Next is the location, to which we have the Endeavour. Of course, that is taking place in Australia in the story. Last but not least is the cast of characters that we get to meet in the story. So we have Roy, we have Dr. Wright, we have Carson, we have Nikkei, we have Isaac, we have Nora, Emily, Victoria, and also Captain Alex. He did have a slightly longer name, but I decided to cut it down to Captain Alex instead of like Captain Alexander, whatever his surname is. For my overall rating, it's a 6.5 out of 10, but I do plan on checking out the second issue. Should I actually enjoy this series, I might actually go ahead to maybe wait until the trade paperback comes out and collect it that way. So now it's time to move into Rogue Sun. Oh, last but not, the rating, or reminder of the rating, it's 6.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move into Rogue Sun issue 30. So as we move into Rogue Sun issue 30, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? It does, to which I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Next is the area of the internal art as we have a look around the beginning, the middle, and of course the end, and what is also taking place story-wise. Now it's time to move into the area of the internal art. So as we start to move into the beginning of the story, we do see the character of medieval Spawn, and who else is in the time of this medieval Spawn? It's, of course, the Rogue Knight Sun, to which we will get to see very shortly. And now I understand why I decided to pick up the Medieval Spawn series when it came out. As we start to move towards the middle of the story, we do get to see the interactions between them both. Until, of course, we get a visit from a very familiar clown. For the internal art, I give it a 7.5 out of 10 as I really quite enjoyed it and how it was used in the story. Next is the area of the story rating, which consists of reference, considering how far we are going issue-wise with this series, a time, location, and cast. So, first things first, did we get anything reference-wise? No, we didn't, but I really would have liked to see this Rogue Sun actually reference the medieval Spawn run, which recently took place, as I feel it would really work for this story. Next is the area of the time, to which we have the past and also the next morning. Next is the location where it takes place, which is set in England. Last but not least, the cast of characters consisting of medieval Spawn, Lady Gwen, Vega. We also had the Rogue Night Sun and also Morning Star. So there's also a Morning Star in the past, which correlates with the future. For my overall rating, I give it a 7 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.